Be fucking for real. No one's watching Grant and The Bachelor. Can we be real? Is anyone actually watching? America hasn't been on stream for a while. This is a safe space. It's a terrible show, right? We're all on the same page. Like there's like very much like no redeeming factors. Grant sucks. Are the girls fun? I was watching the RHAP Survivor draft. They got like 9 people on it. I'm like overwhelmed. The girls are entertaining. All right, that's good. Like Joey's boring. At least Joey's boring and likable. I just can't get over the fact that Grant is a scam artist. He's a day trader. That doesn't exist. There's no like profitable day traders. Oh, don't set me off again. Wait, sorry. I have to be very intentional about having a very blank look all stream. Otherwise, people will overanalyze. You got nothing from this. Zero. You've been on Reddit? I've been on some sites. I have bad news. Apparently, guys, I'm depressed. This is tough. It was a tough realization. You know. Today's a fun stream. We're watching every one of my DRs. The video is 42.5 minutes. We're gonna get like a top 3, top 5, best, top 5 worst. There's a lot of bad ones, more than I remember. Cory, I thought you blocked the trolls. Um, eh. Yeah, I did, but there's always more. Feels like bad vibes. Wait, maybe good vibes. Well, it's a double bluff. Wait, yeah. People are so funny. They're like, okay, insider info. Cory shut off his Canvas account in 2014. Now, what could that mean? Well, frankly, it could mean quite a lot. I'm tracking Cory's LinkedIn connections, and it's odd, wouldn't you say, that he's unconnected with his 8th grade history teacher. It's like, bro. It's like, no! Cory's loving reading all the theories, don't lie. It's both. You know, I'm very obsessive, so it kind of has pros and cons. I did see that musings. It's pretty funny. Just imagine that, all right. I'm trying to think of a not ridiculous example. Yeah, no, all my examples are stupid. I don't have anything. Well, I'm trying to come with an example of like you're desperate to find out news about stuff, but whenever you go to said sources, those sources are like openly biased against you. And it's like of course they're biased. It's not, you know, C-SPAN or Reuters. It's like just people. So you're like, okay, I got to find an alternative, but there are no alternatives. It's very weird. It's a one-on-one problem. I can imagine going to a therapist and trying to explain the dynamic and failing because they'd be like, "Huh, yeah, no, I've dealt with this before, for sure." Balatro got released on Game Pass today. Core new platform to unlock everything. I haven't unlocked everything. I'm very new to the game. I beat the final deck today, so I've beaten every deck. But the gist of it is y'all can't overanalyze me. I'm a brick wall. And as we see through my journey on Big Brother today, no one was able to read me all season. That's where we're at. Did you guys enjoy my Sharon Tharp interview? What do you guys think? America was able to read you? Absolutely not. I did watch Lakers Nuggets. That was huge for me. God, Sharon Tharp is a treasure. Talk about a like. I'm so glad that Big Brother has her, and I know she does other shows too. But in my head, she feels like a Big Brother person first, whereas all these other shows have these other people. I'm glad we have Sharon Turner. So back. Interesting. So do you guys think this is actually Turner in chat, or do you think it's like Turner has someone controlling his social media? What do you guys think? I like that you disagree a lot. Everyone says that, and I'm like, ooh, they're all being very nice about the fact that I'm clearly being an asshole, but I appreciate it. I didn't know like everyone just goes on the interviews of Sharon Tharp and like just yes ma'ams. I guess she's intimidating, like she's a good journalist, but Turner is on the challenge. How would Turner do on the challenge? Probably very well. Just kind of a well-rounded guy. As long as there's finger-based competitions, he'd be in good shape. He was sneaky athletic. Yeah, put that in your Instagram bio, Turner. Sneaky athletic. A sleeper build for real. That's an interesting way of putting it. Who would I want on the challenge from Big Brother 24? Who would be my first pick? Is an interesting question. I, the challenge community, dead ass, would be like, get Paloma. Those CBS fans couldn't understand her drama. They're they're too sensitive. Joseph Abdin redemption arc. Bro's too nice. He's a specimen though. He's not sneaky athletic though. That's what sets Turner apart. I wish so bad Paloma would have stayed. I heard Kat Dunn called America like what Paloma was supposed to be, and that made me feel things. I didn't know what to take away from that. Also, you're are we just gonna brush past this, Angie? What, what do you mean? According to the trolls on Twitter, you unfollow America on IG, and I followed Paloma. What about it? What about it? Can't follow and unfollow who I want? Anyways, yeah, I've not followed or unfollowed anyone as far as I know. I did follow Betty from Big Brother Canada like maybe 2 weeks ago. So you guys could read into that. Feel free. Paloma was awful, but she was also having a mental breakdown. Hey, bub, so was I. I didn't get ejected. I had a mental breakdown every day. Now they'll say you're crashing out. Well, okay. You fire a million shots, one of them's going to land. That might be accurate. Let's talk about you calling Final 5 BB Can 10 boring. It's boring relative to the season. Relative to Big Brother, it's a good week. Who the hell has time to check follower accounts? Y'all are not real. Y'all have never been fans of anything. Betty guest pod when? I think it's inevitable. When am I going to get Turner on the pod? I have to catch him in between Home Depot trips. Turner only does two things. He goes to Home Depot, films the Oasis podcast, and talks to Ethan Klein. Do you have a pod? If so, that'd be tight. Yeah, it's happening, Turner. I'll text you. DM you. I don't know if I have your number. I assume I do. I'll contact you. I gotta figure out what I'm releasing for tomorrow too. I did not line up a guest. It might be a Cory's talking about politics kind of moment. When do we get the Marty podcast? That one's gonna be tough. I'll ignore DM it to you. Gotcha. Sounds good. The girls are fighting on The Bachelor for Grant. Come on. Ethan is misunderstood. All right. What's up, Turner's burner? Oh, I like that. Turner's burner. Summer JC pod. When you say JC, do you mean JC Lynn or JC? Because I don't anticipate having a JC podcast come out anytime soon. If there's enough demand, I mean, the market, demands what it wants. Yeah, my actual podcast guest is going to be Tyler Crispin's baby. See if they have any social game yet. Alex Caruso would be a good one. Nicole's baby. Yeah. Now might be the best time to do that, to be honest. Exclusive interview with DJ Scroogey. Shut up, Dan. JC and Quinn's Minion Pod. That's for a different website. Phoenix. I think Phoenix is a good idea. Is it really a podcast if it's just one person, LMAO? Yeah. Sure, why not? It's been a while since we've seen her. I don't know if Molly makes for the best podcast guest. I think there needs to be some sort of backdrop. You have Zach as a guest for no reason whatsoever. I'll figure something out. Don't worry. Kyle Moore had a solo pod. That's good. Okay, well, are you guys ready to look at my diary rooms? Because here's what I find difficult about my DRs. They start off very bad. And that's because the people in the DR are like hyping you up. You know what I mean? They're like getting you amped up about it. They're like, let's go. You're so good. You have so much personality. You should deliver it like this. And you're just so amped up that you do it that way. And then I think as time goes on, I settle into something. You're always available? What do you want to talk about, Mom? We need topics. Survivor cast assessment? I could. It just, who the fuck wants to watch that? You know? I've never had Dad on a podcast, right? I think he'd make for a worse podcast guest because whenever he gets in front of a camera, he becomes a robot. Oh, do you guys want to talk about quickly the Survivor? You get to vote on the twists. Can I give a hot take? I'm definitely against fire making. I think fire making at the Final Four is bad. But I do think a majority of viewers actually prefer it with fire making. We haven't gotten a bad winner in a long time. Gabler's the last winner I think people were dissatisfied with. And before that, Marianne and Erica people were happy with. Tony, I don't think people were thrilled about, but like he's a great winner, obviously. Like I think it's kind of similar to AI Arena in the sense of like I don't like it on principle, but I think it accomplished exactly what they wanted it to accomplish. Does that make sense? 2 tribes. I like 2 tribes. I think that's my biggest complaint. I do not like 3 tribes at all. My number 1 request for Survivor 50 is a bigger cast. I think they should cast 20 to 24 people. I just don't see why not. It's a monumental season. You could actually bring it back to 39 days just for one season, you know? And then 39 days with that many people is very easy to get through. I think that is my biggest hope. Less advantages, but yeah, I think they should have idols. Just go back to idols. I'm happy with that. 18 to 20 max, apparently. All right, let's get 20. 2 tribes of 10. I can live with that. Fan vote Jared Fields or Zach Wurtenberger to enter the game. That's interesting. Who would win that fan vote? Straight up, if they just like announced it on like a commercial on CBS, who wins that fan vote? Because obviously Jared was not a very like popular figure, but he's much more notable in the sense of like he's connected to Suri, whereas Zach's connected to me. Like it's not comparable. I don't even think Suri fans like Jared. I don't know. But Suri, it's kind of my thought. A lot of haters going hard for Jared. I don't know. There's only one way to find out. Someone call up Jeff. Okay, let's do it. Let's do this thing. Okay. So I've got my my notes app pulled up. And we're going to mark down all the DRs that we think are in the running for best and for worst, okay? Before I do that, let me actually pull up the full chart. Because I do think it's interesting. We haven't really talked about it much. But I do think it's interesting. We're looking for Big Brother. Big Brother. BBUS diary room counts. And here we go. Okay. So, this is the completed chart. We'll zoom in. So I think what's somewhat interesting is it's in order of placement, by the way. So the most DRs, of course, is Jag. And then it's Suri, which I think makes sense to me. Then it's Felicia, which is like, okay, longevity and a good character. I'm following. Then it's Cameron, and that's like the crazy one. But even still, he played in every single competition, every veto ever. He was on the block every week, or he was HOH every week. Then it's Matt, then it's me. So I'm the 6th most DRs, which I think is about right. The fact that Matt barely passed me is kind of a testament to like, okay. I still think the funniest one by far is Mimi. Like, how does this happen? Mimi's at 44, Riley's at 49. Bro, how does this happen? Come on. So what do you mean? Same amount of DRs as Red. That's tough. Okay. Y'all ready? These first few DRs are kind of rough. I'm going to try to explain them away as to why I did them like this. Okay?
I'm definitely going to win this game. Let me just look at 5'7", 140 pounds of pure power, base 9, body 6.
It's like desynced, but it fixes itself, okay? It fixes itself as the video goes on. Don't worry.
Working towards a 7. I've got everything I need.
So, that's terrible. That's one of the worst ones. Now, That was a line I was saying all throughout casting, face 9, body 6. I thought that was a really funny line. And they kept having me say it over and over again. And then they put me in the DR, and they were like, all right, let's do it. We've been training for this moment. One thing I noticed about my early DRs especially is, holy fucking shit, my hands are going crazy. I'm like this the entire time. Which is crazy. So I'll put face 9, body 6 as one of the worst. This is how you knew my season was cooked. The first person I hugged.
Being pulled into the nether region is less than ideal, so I think I've got a little bit of ground to make up. But look, I'm back, ready to go. Guys, no,
that was fine. That was chill. I'm staying positive. This bald spot is not chill, though. What? Why are they doing this? What is happening here? Huh?
And I'm just scanning the room. Familiar face. Oh, they beat me in a challenge. Oh, they beat me in a challenge, too. Then I see Suri. Like, the Suri Fields. And first of all, I'm like, oh my god, this is the best day of my life. And also, I'm screwed.
That's an awesome DR. That was fire. They beat me in a challenge. They beat me in a challenge. Then I see that's top, speaker in the country type shit. That was fire. Wait a damn minute. So basically, I'm the star for the first 2 weeks. They love me at the start. And then I disappear. Then I literally am the only character in the middle game, and then I kind of disappear again. I never disappear after that.
All of you guys.
Yeah!
Dude, I'm not even on the fucking couch. No one could scoot. Look how much space America has. What am I doing here? Y'all, please?
I'm a big fan of Survivor, and I know the Suri Fields playbook. She makes you feel like you're her #1 ally, and then she gets to the end instead of you. I'm starstruck, but no amount of star striking
This is where my hands, what the fuck are we doing
will
here?
stop me from wanting to win this game. I'm gonna beat Suri. It's the last thing I do.
Okay, so it didn't age well, obviously. But they were clear, there was a clear role for me. They were having me be the villain at the start here. It's also just kind of wrong. That's not Suri's playbook. Suri usually loses before she gets to the end. But you guys get the idea. But also, here's what I'll say. Here, look. I did not win Big Brother 25. I hate to break it to you guys if this is the first you're hearing about it. I do think I successfully ruined Suri's game, too. Does that benefit me? No. But I do think I ensured Suri would not win BB25. Wasn't really my intent, but, You guys are thanking me? Yeah, because you guys are such big Jag fans.
I just spent the last hour in the nether region. So eating some slop, being on some uncomfy beds? Yeah, I'll sign up for it. Why not? I'll volunteer.
That was terrible. Because that wasn't even the truth. I hate when there's DRs that are not true. I volunteered to be a have-not because I didn't have a bed because I came in late.
Jared, Felicia, Kirsten, and me all have to sit out of this HOH competition because we lost our individual comps on move-in night. So we just gotta watch.
Lock in this HOH for the week. Pow!
What's up, Riley?
Pow!
Just like that, right?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, yay. This is one of the... So they came to me with this whole ass idea. They already filmed the segment, it felt like. And we're just all right, we're just gonna... And I came up with every individual line, but they were like, we want you to be like a sportscaster, a sports announcer. It's not natural. I have very dry humor, and this is not dry.
Riley sets the time to beat. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch it.
Literally.
Oh, wow. Oh, there goes Izzy.
Okay, here's what I don't like. They're not editing it correctly. Like, they're having me say these things after they fall. It should be as the video clip is going, right?
Suri, destination floor.
Am I crazy?
Luke Longlegs. Not long enough.
Is Luke Longlegs a thing?
Matt, fast underwater.
This is a
Trash
good
on
line.
land.
That's a good line.
No one is touching Riley's time. Awesome.
This is cool. Okay. You know, there was a concept there. I don't hate it as much. Let me thank the subs, by the way. We got a lot of subs I didn't thank. Brenna, thank you for the 14 months. Lexi, thanks for the 13. Jane for the 14. Laundry Pool, thanks for the Prime 5 months. Gina Elizabeth, 14. Nizer Bees, 15. Kareem away. Carry me away, more likely. 15 months, thank you. Turner, so back. Haley for the 15 months, and then Ari. Appreciate you. All right.
Well, I've been to the nether region. I'm on the block. Things are not going great, but that doesn't mean I'm out. I can't call myself the best persuasive speaker
Bro, what's...
in the world and fail my one persuasive speaking mission thus far.
Oh, dude, it's okay. Here's why it pisses me off. Here's my problem with it. It's a problem I always had in speech and debate. When you're giving a speech, you want your gestures to be firm and definitive. So if I'm saying there are 3 main problems, there's this problem, there's this problem, and there's this problem. You want your gestures to be solid, like precise. But a problem I always had is I would bounce my gestures with my syllables. What we need to do is this. And it was like so instinctual to me. And I'm like doing that shit in the DR. It's pissing me off. Are the DRs scripted? No. I think there's a degree of how scripted they are based on who's doing them. And you could usually tell, like, I took a lot of creative liberties. Whenever one is scripted, I'll point it out. But I think, like, someone like Matt probably had more scripted DRs than, you know, Cameron, for example.
So I started off getting pulled to the nether region, then I'm on the block. It's not been the start I imagined. I put on a brave face this entire week. No one saw the fear in my eyes. Except me. 3 days straight of pure terror, and now, for the first time this entire season, I can breathe.
I really like that DR until the... I did like it until then. Like, why didn't I go... instead of... It's like I opened a fresh, cold Coca-Cola. What does the DR person ask you? Do you go in and talk about anything going on in the game? No, you get a sense of, like... You know, there's some general questions, then there's some more specific of, like, so you're off the block, how do you feel? And you kind of, like, know where it's going to be placed. Like, whenever I was giving these DRs that were, like, right after ceremonies, I knew I was doing them. And maybe that's because I'm such a fan of the show where I'd almost ask, like, is this for that spot? And they'd, like, usually wouldn't want to tell me yes, but, like, they would be like, yeah. Did you rehearse it beforehand or just YOLO it? I would do another take if I didn't like the first take. Very often. But I wouldn't, like, be in there for hours and hours, Dr. Will. I would give a lot of different versions of things, which I wish I didn't do because then they were able to use the bad versions. But if I felt bad about a take, I would do it again.
The nether region is scary.
This fit is insane. This is crazy.
But the block is terrifying. And to see my face pop up and I'm off, 1 billion pounds just came off my shoulders.
I like that. I don't know why they keep having me talk about the nether region. Like, really? Aren't we past that?
I'm playing Big Brother with
Bro, calm down. The hands, man. Jesus.
Suri Fields. I am so excited and so terrified because she spent the last however many years destroying kids like me at these games.
I wanna, like, if anybody wants to, we can...
I'm playing Big Brother with Suri Fields.
Dude, what is
I
happening?
am so excited and so terrified because
I
she
guess I
spent the last
cut
however
off my
many
DR a
years
little bit.
destroying kids like me at these games. She is undoubtedly the biggest threat in this house, but at the same time, I kind of just want to talk to her more.
First of all, being and not like this character I've watched for however many
Corey,
years.
In
this
a lot of ways,
conversation was so
Suri is the
bad.
one to beat. I'm trying to win the whole thing, and how am I supposed to knock her out? I have no idea.
Am I crazy? How the fuck did they edit this DR? It's like, this might be from 15 different DRs over 2 weeks.
In a lot of ways, Suri is the
How
one to
choppy
beat.
this is?
I'm trying to win the whole thing, and how am I supposed to knock her out?
How am
I
I
have no
supposed
idea.
to?
I'm gonna have to figure it out. As long as I'm the one who's there at the end, I can live with that.
You would like.
Okay, when you say she didn't trust you from that comment the rest of the game, that's not true. I think I won her over. She was never, like, loyal to me because she had 2 people to actually be loyal to. But I definitely won her over. She was defending me to a lot of people, and then I lose her at some point. Honestly, I lose Jared more than anybody, and I gain Izzy more than anybody. I'm not being Delula.
Like, are you kidding?
I'm giving some good news. There's a massive alliance, and who else would be a part of it other than me? Honestly, just having that level of security. If they win a competition, I should be good. This is cool.
All I
Lines and why-
Awesome DR. That was an awesome DR because it actually said what I thought. I felt that. I was like, this is good. I'm safe now. Whew. Love it.
It is so hard to sit on the sidelines and watch these people get the atomic wedgies. I mean, back in junior high, I was Mr. Atomic Wedgies. That was my reputation.
I like that. I've had some people asking me, like, what does that mean after that? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it's... Come on, it's just funny. Like, why are you so boring? She got tired. Look, in the second half of the game, Suri didn't like anybody. But in the first half of the game, when Suri was actually playing, I think we were fine. I don't think Suri was my problem. My problem was Jared. And then when Izzy would, like, rat me out to Suri, even though there was not much to rat out, then I would get in trouble with Suri. But... And once I turn on Izzy and Jared, like, at that point, it's kind of over. I still don't think she liked me personally, but that doesn't matter. I think Atomic Wedgie's funny. I like that DR.
I see
You're telling me Suri doesn't like me? Explain this, liberal.
a couple of rows on this porch right behind me. But when I get there, I don't
The
see
audio is
enough.
weird. It fixes.
And I see Suri. Suri seemed pretty confident, so maybe that's a good spot to be. I see a couple of rows
run
on
it
this
back.
porch right behind me. But when
I
I
had
get
trouble
there, I
recording it a
don't
couple
see
times.
enough. And I see Suri. Suri seemed pretty confident, so maybe that's a good spot to be.
It's an axe in the car. It's an axe in the car.
Little did I know, in the back seat, there was an axe.
I might have been her real final 2. I think if we got to the final 4, me, Suri, Jared, and Izzy, Suri would have bowed out in 4th.
I need to find a chain with 10 links. So I sprint to the porch where I know there's a chain with 9 links.
This is true.
I do not want to win this HOH competition. I run.
You know. Kind of bold of me to throw that competition there while Heisem is still in. I think you could argue it was the right call, but that's a bit of a gamble. Where, like, the thing is, I don't think there's any world where I get evicted next to anyone that week, unless somehow I end up there with Matt. But it's a bit dicey. I think there's more egregious comps that I throw, but that, like, I was really hoping Heisem wouldn't win that.
What was the point?
As far as I understand, the plan is to get Riley out of this house. But then Heisem had to go and make an ass out of himself in front of everybody. Why should I be doing that guy's bidding? In fact, what I want to do is do exactly the opposite of what he wants.
He did say, he wants.
It's not really the truth. Like, that's not why I wanted to keep Riley. But I do think it was funny that the episodes made me the person trying to save Riley. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, I honestly, I think keeping Riley probably would have been, weirdly enough, the worst move for me. I think everyone talks about that from Suri's perspective, like Suri getting rid of Riley was stupid. But for me, like, I don't know if I ever would have been able to get Riley to do anything against Suri. Truly. And obviously, in retrospect, knowing how the Cam stuff plays out, like that never would have happened. But I think like I needed every single decision to go how it did to have a chance of toppling Suri, Jared, Izzy. How much do they tell you how to say something in there? Not that much for me. They would sometimes tell me to like shorten it or give it more of a sound bite or like restate something. But I didn't get too much like verbatim direction.
He got first pick.
First America segment.
This is some very interesting information. Not only could this help turn the tides for Riley, but it could also show my value to Suri and Izzy. I have
Love it. Just a genuine. It just explains what it's actually happening. It's very funny. Me being America's like, you can't tell anyone. I'm like, of course not. Next clip is immediately me telling people. Ooh, me
no
throwing in their
interest in
HOH
winning
comp.
this head of household competition. The second I win it, I have to start making decisions. And when I start making decisions, my cards are shown. Cory!
Yes, Cory.
Wait, this works though. I'm a big proponent of people ask me to do something here and I say yes.
This is week 2.
I want to dress up. Of course I do. I'm fun. I'm having a good time.
I think I do a really good job of these DRs, and I also think they edit it very well.
Good time.
The zooming and stuff.
You like what you see? I'll be back for you. Look, I played this game so far as
This is
like
one of
a
my favorite
handsome little
DRs.
boy, and it's been hard, so maybe I'll try my hand as like a sexy woman.
It's just a funny one.
So this radioactive sludge has already made a
These 2 segments are what get me voted for Pat's Power, I think. I think the me dressed in pink and me cockadoodle zoom.
victim of my shoes. The concern is now they're
Ugly
going
ass
for my
t-shirt.
shorts. The more I crawl this
This
way,
is the most Mimi smile to
the
me in
more
the
my
season.
shorts crawl that way.
Cory's little.
The term I keep using is serving ass. I don't know if that's exactly TV friendly. It's probably on the fence.
Serving ass and fire.
This is actual torture. Dude, I don't like it.
Oh my god.
That's a
When
good
the
one.
pressure cooker was first played, I was 3 years old. And for every head of household since, I've been waiting.
I'm so tired. These DRs, I'm so tired, y'all. This is right after the competition, right after I drop out, I think. I don't even know if the comp is over yet, because this is the fit I was sleeping in.
To watch
oh
it again.
my god.
And now I'm in the pressure cooker, the most iconic competition in Big Brother history. All that matters is how much you want to win that head of household. It's incredible to be a part of. I'm so excited.
That's fine.
I'm staying
Didn't
in
do
the
anything
pressure
for me.
cooker long enough to show the For Real Alliance that I'm for real. I'm willing to fight for them.
See, I hate this. This is one of my least favorite DRs the whole season, because this is not true. I don't know how they got me to say this. Like, I'm staying in to try to convince Suri, Izzy, and Jared that I'm trying to win. That's the only reason I'm doing it. Like, obviously, I never thought For Real was real. So it's like, yeah, I was tired. They probably were able to just get stuff out of me more in this state. I was like, just get me the fuck out.
And I'll go to bat any day. I just want to know it's under.
We're on our first date.
I know.
Uh-oh. I'm giving her nothing here. Watching it back is hard. I'm like, holy shit, I feel bad for her.
Coming into this house, I expected to be the nerdy guy, the dork memorizing all the things around that.
They liked this line a lot. They wanted me to say this exactly. The memorizing stuff around the house. And then this is a punchline.
House. But am I becoming America's sweetheart?
Honestly, I think I do the line well. For how bad the line is, I think I do the line well. It's a tough one. I think most people would do a worse job with that line.
I let
Yeah, way to throw the comp, Wurtenberger. I went.
go on my button and I'm relieved. Look, I was never going to win this HOH. The whole idea is I want to get as far as I possibly could. I was
I'm so
trying to
tired.
hold on for one more person to drop.
Another pink hat.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Bowie's so stupid. Another pink hat's funny. Okay.
It was so like.
I was in pain too.
At the end of the pressure cooker, America and Cam struck a deal.
I'm so tan. What the fuck?
And America's deal was not just to protect her for the entire week, but to keep me from the block as well. I love that deal. She was there for me, and I really appreciate it. She's also someone who's just really fun to hang out with. So I think I'm going to tell America
I remember doing this, DR. So they were asking me about my relationship with America, and I was like, what I really like about America is she's a number for me. Someone like Jared, obviously I enjoy working with, but he has so many other options around the house, whereas America doesn't have that many options, which in some ways makes her a less useful ally, but in other ways makes her much more useful to me because when I need someone to take a shot, she's able to. And then they're like, okay, can you give a version or just like elaborate like also how you think of her as a person? I'm like, yeah, also she's pretty chill. But yeah. I'm like, also she's cool.
secret of mine.
The wah is so disrespectful. There was no strategic reason to tell America about my brother. There was none. There was a lot of reason to tell Riley and a lot of reason to tell Suri, Jared, and Izzy. And I think it would make sense for me to tell America before then, but at this point I wasn't planning on telling Suri, Jared, and Izzy. So this was just me telling her something because I wanted to tell her something. How do you feel watching these? Do you feel anxiety, nostalgia? I had to make this video, so I had to go through all the episodes and find all the DRs. So like I've already been through that stage of it. But yeah, it's certainly some nostalgia. But I feel like I'm watching Big Brother. Like this doesn't feel like it's me.
You're already doing better than that.
My brother Zach was not a legend of Survivor, but I am hiding it because it could be really useful to me. Because down the line, sharing that information might ingratiate myself with the other house guests, which is...
See, why are people such bitches about the Survivor secret? They literally show it on the show. It's exactly why I'm sharing it. Like, they spell it out for you. I know it's not an important secret, but sharing it could be useful. And it was.
Which is exactly what I'm doing right
Wordy Zach in the chats. Or Wordy Bro.
here with America.
Not a very used emote.
No.
We're gonna add new
I'm not
emotes soon.
surprised. She is extremely intelligent. This makes total sense.
Yeah, it wasn't like a big thing.
It's so funny in retrospect, America, you know, being an Ivy League person going to Brown, because it's a big part of her identity. And I know, like, that might sound bad, but, like, she takes a lot of pride in it, which she should. It's a huge accomplishment. But she also does have that, like, Ivy League superiority of being like, what is that school? It's not an Ivy, right? Like, I'm sure inside she was dying, saying, you know, denying where she went or lying about where she went.
And it doesn't like change anything. Haven't been like acting dumb or anything
No,
like that.
no. I'm not surprised. She is extremely intelligent. This makes total sense. I opened up to her, and in return, she opened up to me. That means this is somebody I can trust. It's someone I want to go really deep in this game.
God forbid they let America explain one of our dynamics. Thanks, Al Michelle, for the 13 months. I appreciate you.
Oh my god.
Did, but hopefully it was good enough to beat 3 other people to win.
Siri took like 20 fucking minutes. Fuck. My phone heard Siri. Siri legit took like 25 minutes on this.
This power.
Congratulations, Cory.
This could be a top 1, top 2 look of Big Brother 25 for me. This is a fire look.
America has selected you to compete.
So not only have I won America's heart, I also won America's heart. I think I'm in a
Didn't like
good
that.
spot, but there's always a better spot, and this power can send me there. The road.
It honestly is pretty impressive that I got picked for this despite having like not that much screen time and like not having anything to do with the strategy on the show.
Most traveled. I'm just trying to keep it together. But when your hands start shanking, it gets really easy to screw it all up.
I think I'm good at doing the competition DRs. I really don't have many of them because I don't play in a lot of competitions.
I feel good. I made some mistakes, but ultimately I think I put up a good time, and someone's gonna have to beat it. Hopefully they don't.
I thought there was a chance I could have won this.
I don't think she wants to make a big move, but this can't happen now. America
This is probably, from a casual perspective, my worst episode of the thing.
and I have stayed relatively under the radar. We haven't shown all of our cards. If America's getting herself into trouble, that means she's getting me into trouble. And, like, I know it's like, okay, so what? To just kind of chill.
What was so frustrating about the America stuff for me was, like, you gotta do it when the right person's in power. Like, you have to pick the right moment. And I understand, like, I screwed this up a lot. Like, I was campaigning against Heisem while Heisem was HOH before the veto. I'm campaigning against Cameron while Cameron's HOH before the veto. Like, I make that mistake too. But it was like, America, I get that you don't feel good with Cerezi and Jared, obviously. But you have to pretend like you do to give you a chance. And then once we have power, or Jag has power, or Cameron has power, then we could do something.
Jared and I, we made a final 2 early.
Bro. My entire fucking game, one of the most pivotal relationships, it's week 5, they're like, this might be important. This might just be important. And thank God we had this little fight, because week 6 would have made no fucking sense otherwise.
I got the bronze for you.
Yo, I got some bronze too, man. Jared is someone who I can go to with my strategic ideas and just lay them out. He'll tell me what's stupid, I'll tell him what's stupid, and we can actually work together.
And assuming that next week can't.
Now, so I think people are like, oh my God, Cory, you're so stupid. Obviously, you can't work with Jared. Jared had a DR right after this being like, yeah, Cory's pretty clearly my number 4, which I'm like, that's not that bad. Just after Suri, Izzy, and Blue. So I was still up there for him. He just hated me. But I'm still his number 4. Can't believe he put me before Matt. That's crazy.
Cam's already gone. After Red's gone.
Basically, what I'm trying to do is reassure him that he's my number 1, not her. But secretly, I want to keep America as long as possible because she's someone who's loyal to me before anyone else.
I was going to say the problem with America.
It's a good DR. Uh-oh.
Dude, where is this coming from? Wait, she's a loyal number... I gotta go talk to him. It's alright.
Nope, go.
You sucked at
America
lying
cannot
here.
go home on your HOH.
I think
She's a loyal number to me.
I don't think it mattered. I think if I was the best liar in the world or the worst liar in the world, it would have no impact on Jared.
And you're theoretically my number 1 ally. Honestly, I'm regretting bringing up her to you at all.
I don't trust her.
It's convictions to the point of stupidity. I know it's not going to happen.
So you truly think she's going to go out there and try to win?
Yes. I'm certain of it, Jared. Jared is strong in his convictions
This is
to
one
the
of my
point
favorites.
of stupidity. He gets an idea in his head, and any evidence that pushes back against that idea might as well be thrown away. I need Jared to be a much better Final 2 ally. Because right now, I'm not certain we can get to the Final 2 without one of us killing the other.
I really hope.
That was a good DR. That was fire. Feats came back to you yelling at Jared. Yeah, and him apologizing. I never understood Jared's hang up with me at that point. Or hang up with America. Because his whole thing was America's going to throw this competition. I'm like, Jared, you're telling me America's going to be the replacement nom. Obviously, she won't throw it in that case. like I get the idea of, like, America is throwing competitions. I understand that being a concern of yours. But she's going to be the replacement nom. So obviously she has to try. I feel like my mic is kind of loud. Should I lower it? What do you guys think? I'm looking at my my sound interface and it's like peaking super hard. It's fine. Okay.
If America throws, or even maybe looks like she's throwing this competition, she could be out in a couple days. And if she's gone, I lose a critical path that might help me later in the game.
America's in a lot of trouble.
Competition,
She's on
it
the
is
block
obvious.
ever.
America is not throwing it. The problem is,
Literally, fuck off.
Jared can't see that.
Thanks, Rihanna.
So I'm passed out, sleeping after a hard day's work. Then I hear something.
I think it's a good impression, actually.
This is Felicia yelling, singing. I'm in college and I'm used to a lot of weird noises at night. This one, definitely the weirdest.
It's a cute little segment. Meanwhile, she's literally having night terrors, by the way. She's just helping with the Cold War.
Nobody would know. Please.
At this point, I think it's very obvious that I like America.
Oh boy. You don't have to set these self-imposed rules. Damn, she was down bad, y'all.
Problem is,
Could you blame her?
my mom is watching the feeds and gets to see how much I like America. Would you want
This
to
is
be
true.
making out in front of your mom? Ah,
I was really channeling the Count from Sesame Street. Ah, ah, ah.
I don't know. Fine.
She looks so good in the Piggy Pal.
it's always a stupid question. Between Felicia and Izzy, the decision is pretty
I
clear
love
for me.
my hair here.
I've been in alliance with Izzy alongside Suri and Jared since very early.
I was thinking we both.
Big Brother 25 is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. They're like, flashback to day 16. It's like day 40. Hi, Steph Wirt. What's up?
Between Jared, Suri, me, Blue being brought in by Jared, Matt being brought in by basically everybody, that's 5 votes. That's enough for Izzy to stay.
Honestly, I think all.
It's such a red flag with Matt.
America has been wanting to take a shot at Suri and Izzy.
I really think, like, if I could play again, I'd try to win HOH and target Matt. I think that would have been, like, the play. Like, if you're in the middle, take out the other person in the middle is, like, so genius. Problem is, like, how would I be able to do that without Suri and them being so mad at me? I don't know.
For the longest time. And now with Izzy on the block, she has a chance, but it's way too risky, and I have a close
You
working.
wanted to work with him? Not really. Like, I was very anti-Matt. I was not as anti-Matt as Matt was anti-me. But I was anti-Matt, and then I realized it was not working. It was impossible. Matt was gonna stick around for a while, and then I pivoted. But I was, like, talking every day to Izzy and to Jared and even to Suri at times about, like, you can't trust Matt, y'all. And it just was literally nothing. So I was like, all right, shit.
Relationship with Izzy.
Did you see how close he was with Suri? Yes. Well, I knew he was close with Suri. I also thought he was close with Jared. Jared
Oh,
was telling
wow.
me that, basically.
Okay.
Suri not telling me she played in Path to Power is understandable. I didn't tell her. But why the hell is she telling Matt? Who the hell is Matt to Suri?
Kind of answers your question.
Clearly, I'm not her number 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'm her 4. And the alliance we're in? Probably BS. I'm starting to realize that I am not in as good a position as I thought.
I've just never felt.
We have Izzy
I think all my DRs during the Izzy flip are really good. The Izzy flip and the fight. I had so much energy in these DRs. I was amped up.
on the block. And taking her out would be a massive
Because at this point, I've already flipped the vote.
move. And it might improve my position. But it's just as likely to destroy it.
I wish I had a more gradual, like, change in my facial expression.
And taking
Like,
her out would be
like,
a massive...
it'd be a massive move. But it would be just as likely. Like, you know, like, it's just too
Move.
sudden.
And it might improve my position. But it's just
too
as
quick.
likely to destroy
But
it.
it's TV. They
Damn,
wouldn't give me
let's
too
do
much
it next
time.
The more I think
Oh, God, I hate this. Like, why do they do this conversation first? It just happened after.
about it, the more I realize that I'm being played. And I need other people to realize they're being played right alongside me. I have known about the 7 Deadly Sins Alliance for weeks. And I have been quiet.
They have to do
So,
so much catch up.
Jared, me, Felicia, Suri.
But I need Jag to realize what I now realize. They're trying to pit us against each other. This is why we need to take this shot.
I know they would, but I'm not trying to leave.
It's a good DR. So this happened before that. It was always so funny to me. It's like, oh, I guess Izzy told me about Seven Deadly Sins. Like, as if all of us weren't talking about it as a group all the time. Like, they just told me everything. Like,
Matt out of this vote. I'm gonna talk to him.
Unreliables had so much potential. I think we realized most of that potential. Didn't we say we would stick together till the final 8? I think I saved Jag's game. Like, me flipping the house gave Jag a chance to win, and then Jag just single-handedly saved me twice.
Jag
Or, if not me, saved America once. Like, I think we both scratched each other's back enough.
is in. America's definitely in. And I guess I'm in. That's 3 votes. We only need 5 to make this happen. Am I doing this? I think I'm doing it.
I'll
I hate that DR. I don't like it. It feels super unnatural.
do it, and I know
Jared and Izzy. This week it's been a lot of destroying alliances, but I need to build some too. I want to work with Jag, and if I'm working with Jag, I need to work with Matt. This is a strong team moving forward that I can trust, and I know will win stuff to keep me safe.
But it's just like, this is a lot to take in right now. It's like,
It's a good DR.
Seems straightforward, but
Will
nothing.
you do one of these streams with America's DRs? I'd probably do it with America if I'd do it at all.
In this house ever is. I think I have Matt, and that would give us 6.
We work together, they could be really good.
I expect
I
a
curse so much.
turbulent 36 hours, and I'm just bracing myself for it.
I could not have been more correct.
It makes
Why?
no sense that Jag would tell Jared anything. Jag was in on this blindside, and the only thing that makes sense is he was trying to cover his own ass.
It's crazy how malnourished I am. That jacket is so big on me, that hoodie. It's so big on me.
do anything here.
Jared knows that if it comes down,
Okay, so this is all after Jared already won the wall, to be clear. So I'm being a really good sport here. I'm being very everything. But this is after he already
me
won
and
the
him
wall.
trading words, actually arguing, he's screwed. So instead, he's opting to scream over me. So I know it's probably very confusing to you viewers
Classic.
at home, so welcome to Cory's Strategy Corner. Here's the lies that Jared is telling. He is lying about 7 Deadly Sins being a real alliance despite him targeting Jag. He's lying about, for real, not being a real alliance because it was real to America and Mimi. The point is, everything this guy
It was definitely a 3-prong list where one of those prongs was the Survivor secret. I'll put Cory's Strategy Corner on my list. But I definitely had the Survivor secret as one of those prongs that edited around it. Honestly, with the entirety of the flip, I think they chose a path. They chose the Matt superpower path as the reason why it flipped, and like that's a fine path. It's not bad.
guy says opens a whole new can of lies, and I gotta make sure that everyone sees it.
There's no...
Right now, it feels like
There's no fucking shot.
Jared's just trying to steamroll over every point I made.
I need you to come
Zach
upstairs
Seeker was the
after.
majority of the
Just have
fight.
time.
Yeah, but it's so convoluted.
It's time to figure out if this guy's telling the truth, and I need to bring in Jag.
He's coming up.
This is all getting out of hand.
Look at the chart here. So like this is here 9, 15, 13. Like I'm literally just the star of the show. These 3 episodes are like my episodes, and then it's kind of consistent. I'm like a big character, but not the biggest character for the rest of the thing. But like this is just it. This is my little era.
Accusations are flying. I need to call in my witness, Jag, to set everything straight.
I don't know why
in
America
a
was mad
certain
at me,
way
to be
so you
honest.
can tell me the truth.
You see, Jared wasn't lying. He was angling his statement, much like someone would position their
I'm
point.
such an asshole. This is funny.
This guy has no idea what he's talking about. He's grasping at straws because he was just caught in a lie.
Jared,
It's
can
a
I...
fire DR.
Suri is trying to downplay all of these alliances. And the reason for that is because she's in every one of these alliances. If people start to see
Redundant.
that Suri, Izzy, and Jared are at the center of everything, they're going to be the next targets. They're going to be the next ones to go.
I think...
Uh-oh.
After all the shenanigans in the have-not room, I cannot afford for Jared to win this competition. He has to fall. I don't know if I could survive a Jared HOH.
Obviously, he's already
So
won
America
HOH.
falls, and I know all of this rests on me. I need to win this HOH. The problem is, I'm dying up here. I'm doing it.
I couldn't win this. I'm actually really impressed with Blue that she was able to hang on as long as she did. Like, I just have small hands. Like, I had no grip strength there.
Everything I can, but I don't know how much longer I can hold on.
I have really bad muscle endurance.
Good job, guys.
The meatball, the sauce, the rain, all of it difficult. I am in pain. It's bad.
It's crazy that 2 seasons in a row we had this happen. The Tucker and Quinn and the me and Jared.
But there's still a lot of people up on that wall who can guarantee my safety. I'm rooting for Jag, I'm rooting for Matt, I'm rooting for Bowie. Even Blue winning
I'll never forgive
would be
Bowie.
maneuverable. I just can't have Jared.
What are your chances now with your rock
Look at
climbing
this
skills?
sweet baby.
I think I would get 4th.
So
think
I
I'd
just
beat
had
Matt
the
and Jag,
fight of
and
the
that's it.
century with Jared. Voted out his #1 ally.
Jag and Matt did not throw.
And then he won the HOH competition. I mean, this is the worst case scenario.
Bowie did throw it.
Jared is not my ally. In all likelihood, he's targeting me. I'm just hoping that on Thursday, if I'm on the block, I'm not sitting next to America.
Yeah, in retrospect, I actually survive against America, and I wonder if I win the game. You know what I mean? I don't. It's a weird path. It's a tough path, but if America goes here, I think I actually have probably a really good shot. If it's me and America on the block, America goes. I think the vote could go on me, but I think I would probably just stay because I'd have a better relationship with Jag and Matt at that point. I think I do survive the vote, to be honest. I had a much better relationship with Jag than America at this point. I had a much better relationship with Matt. Matt hated America. And ultimately, Jared would want me evicted. So I think that would benefit me. I don't think, honestly, and obviously this is not a good thing, but I don't think Matt would have had it out for me as much without America. I think Matt hated America, and that was a large reason why he didn't like me. You know, he's like projection. You'd have to find a way to get Matt out. I don't know. I don't know if it really changes much, but I think just me being solo, not in a duo, allows me to, like, you know, get in with, like, someone like Bowie more and be more of a real ally to Mimi and stuff, but...
Good thing for you.
The truth is, I
it's
did
me in
not
America,
like
it's
Jared's
dicey, but I
speech.
think
I
it's
think
fine.
it was very condescending. He's lying about everything. I know I can figure this out. I know I can protect myself. I'm going to try to protect America, and I'm going to be here next week.
I love that DR.
I'm nominated next to America, you know, by my former final 2, Jared Pooh. But it's not surprising. Of course, we had our massive blow-up. I exposed most of his game. You know, things happen. But right now, the most important thing is the veto. One of us needs to be off the block this Thursday so we can both survive.
If I'm around next week, I don't think it's nearly as black and white as you may.
I loved meaningless conversations. Love meaningless conversations. Where I know it's not going to do. I had so many of these with Jared during this and Zombie Week, so many of them with Blue. Just like...
I'm just trying to make sure
we're good,
Jared knows next week if I'm in power and I stay,
They did not care, Giesling.
he's safe. I'm
They'd ask,
lying,
like, how are you
but
going to take
I would
advantage of our
backdoor
resources?
him, obviously. But Jared knows next week if I'm in power and I
Classic.
stay, he's safe. I'm lying, like I would backdoor him, obviously, but it's important that he knows he's safe.
Great job
When
editing.
you win, you take
Great
points
job
off.
editing.
I do not want Cameron playing in this veto. But if he does play, and he wins, I need to make sure he's going to take off me or America.
See, this is the dicey spot. If Cameron wins the veto, he would have taken off America. And then it's like... I probably do survive that too. I probably survive that easier than against America. Because I think Jag has to be the replacement nom. I don't think they put up Bowie. I think it's Jag. And I just don't... Like, I think that's where I'm able to get, like, Mimi and Felicia's vote all of a sudden. You know? Obviously, I can't survive against Matt. I can't survive against Bowie. But if it's Jag, I think I do survive.
We'll still stand a fighting.
Which that legit might have been perfect. Jag leaving here. Here's what would have happened. Oh my god. Well, it probably would have been the same, right? I would have won the next HOH, gotten rid of Jared. It would have been zombie week. My guess is Jag would have beaten Jared, and then we would have had the same exact final 10, right? And then Cameron wins final 10 HOH. It's probably the exact same, the more I think about it. But my relationship with Jag would be a little bit more strained.
Chance.
If you pull house guest choice.
Begins on Thursday.
That's so funny.
The
It
people
really shows none of this mattered. Like, the order of who went out is like everyone was going to come back.
I feel like I can actually work with moving forward. Obviously, America, Matt, and Jag. This is the group
They
that
edited
can
that
carry
way.
me forward in this game. And we can all continue working together as long as we survive this Jared HOH. And the way that we survive is making sure Cameron gets backdoored.
House guest choice.
I was so good at drawing chips.
Oh.
Only got house guest choice every time.
I know we told Cameron we were going to pick him if we got house guest choice, but I can't select him. Me and America's survival in this game depends on him being backdoored. I choose
The Jag Man.
the Jag Man. Now, this may come as a surprise, but I've got a lot of experience playing football. Back in high school, I was kind of the star
I'm glad. I was worried that my forehead wrinkles were not getting enough screen time.
quarterback archetype, so I feel good about this competition.
Star quarterback archetype was a weird choice of words.
So this sweat is not coming out of these feet randomly. It's a sequence. But for me, following that sequence doesn't make sense. I'm not fast enough.
Oh,
So instead
it got
of chasing
so
the
in your
sweat, I'm
eye,
gonna let
like,
the
it
sweat
was
come
so
to me.
painful.
Look, a physical football comp is not exactly up my alley. I'm still gunning for it, because winning this power of veto is incredibly important. America
This is a
and
good
I
look.
cannot stay
I
on
like
the
the
block
football look
together.
for me.
I'm almost certain I'd be walking out the door. This situation needs to change. It seems like this competition is all about gathering sweat. But really, transporting that sweat to your container is just as...
So this is where you realize why Cameron had so many DRs. He plays in every veto, and why Jag has so many. It's like, I got like 9 DRs from this veto comp.
important.
Would I ever play BB again?
Didn't
do
do
Survivor?
perfect. I just hope it's enough.
Big brother.
Couldn't have done soccer.
I just like it more.
Who I'm taking down and who has to sit up there next to Cameron.
I swear I was 6 minutes and 1 second.
I'm so annoyed.
Thank God, Jag wins the veto.
This is amazing. I know he's
This
going
is
to use
a
it on
good
either
set of
me
DRs.
or Cory.
Jag's gonna use the veto on either me or America. And nothing against America, but I think it should be me.
And as much as I like Cory, I think he should use it on me.
I chose him for house guest choice. I feel like I should come off the block.
If it wasn't for Cory's blow up with Jared, I probably wouldn't even be on the block.
Be fucking for real, America. But before Cory's blow up, I was good with Jared. The fuck do you mean? You would have been up against Jag, probably. Like... It's like, what the... Fucking for real. Jag did not like that argument. Jag told me, he's like, that was bullshit. I'm like, yeah, I think that is bullshit. They were besties.
Either way, the plan to backdoor Cameron should be a go.
You did tell her
spots
that? or-
here. That's exactly what I'm gonna do this week.
Damn.
Last week, I took a massive risk, and it
Classic.
backfired. I was nominated next to my showmance, didn't even win the power of veto, but thanks to Jag, I'm off the block. And thank you, Jared, for taking this shot at Cameron. I mean, the only way I think that I can repay you is by targeting you next week, bro.
Classic.
Thank you. We'll talk later.
Tonight,
Ooh, how the tables have turned. I think I probably was telling her in the context of, like, I'm the reason we're on the block together, and one of us is probably going home.
was wild. So Cameron's voted out unanimously. But it really started to heat up after I won HOH.
Congratulations.
We had a massive blow up. I voted out his closest ally.
You are the new head of household.
I want to target Jared. We had a massive blow up. I voted out his closest ally. And everyone in this house knows I'm gunning for him. Honestly, I think Blue would use the veto to take Jared off the block. So she seems like the perfect pawn.
If you win the veto,
Blue is such a good sport in the diary room. Like, she went in there and was like, of course I'm lying to him. What do you think, I'm stupid? Even though, like, she knows the footage is going to show her being dumb, but she still fully commits.
Jared has to go during this double. And if Blue has the ability to win the veto and take him off the block, that's not going to work for me. So yeah, I'm sorry, Blue. You're going to have to sit next to him.
People point to this DR and they're like, see? Cory hated Blue. It's like, bro.
Cameron is coming back.
Get out, Matt, please. You understand this isn't live, JK.
What is going on? What is this madness?
I should have said, what in tarnation? That was kind of the vibe of this DR.
I've been very responsible for a lot of big threats leaving recently. Whoever comes back, it is not going to be good news for me. This is all uncharted territory, and I have no idea what to expect.
I will be battling Jared
What's up,
for
Cameron?
my spot back in this house.
It's going to be a
this
battle.
is going to be a battle.
The BB zombies, it's a setback. I've fought so hard, and to see them roll back in, it's disheartening, for sure. It's going to be my mission to send them right back out the door.
Shocker.
I love this DR. I think this DR is
And to
fire.
see them roll back.
It's so genuine and being like, yeah, this, honestly, you guys, I don't have energy for this one. This sucks.
Again, it's disheartening, for sure. It's going to be my mission to send them right back out the door.
Shocker.
How angry were you in the DR? So here's the thing about that, like, I was upset, but I was also really relieved, and I think this, you know, in a lot of ways manifested in bad gameplay. But do you understand how nice it is to be in the Big Brother house and hear that there's no HOH or veto or eviction for a fucking week? And my birthday was coming. I was like, oh my god! Like I was, because it was the Izzy flip into me being on the block all week into me winning the double. So it was like a very tense couple of weeks, and then hearing that we had like a week off was like, oh my god.
I'm just like,
Jared will buddy immediately up with Serene.
I need Cameron to
You didn't like this, Jack.
win the zombie battle. Jared just went
I
home
think I
on
looked
my
good
HOH after a massive blow up with him. So I think I know where I stand with him. The truth is, Cameron and I have had a complicated, albeit pretty decent game relationship so far. And if he comes back in the house, I can work with that guy.
I was right. Jared would have targeted me. Cameron got very close. You know, it's like a certain death versus likely death situation.
Big ones first, right? Be better.
I'm not sure.
I need Cameron to win this competition. If he gets a shot at the do or die comp, I am confident
The
he'll
final four,
complete it.
Mimi and Felicia.
Cameron needs people to work with. And if he comes back in this
They
house,
made a meal of that.
I can be one of those people.
Have all 30 skulls and eyeballs in their shovel wins.
I'm the reason Jared went home during the double eviction. I cannot have that guy re-entering the game.
These are just boring. I think this is
If he
also when they talk
re-enters
about
the game and
Constitution,
wins HOH, I
during this
expect
DR
to be
session.
nominated. Great chance I'm the target.
because this is the salute fit, right?
Balance was it just
Yeah.
Zombie Cameron wins the Resurrection Rumble.
Oh my god. They wanted me to fucking keep saying Zombie Cameron and Zombie Jared. This is some of the stupidest shit. I remember being like, why? They're like, oh, for the audience. I'm like, they know who these people are.
And I'm over the moon. I think Cameron will be back in the house, which is scary. I don't know what he'll do. But Zombie Jared re-entering the game is terrifying. Because I know he's going to target me.
Worked out.
It's a tough twist.
All right, like best birthday of my life.
Oh,
Not
really?
close. Yeah, it was because I mean it's unique, right?
So my true core alliance is Matt, Jag, and America. But Mimi and Felicia can still win HOHs. So I want to have a deal with them just in case they do.
Yeah, this isn't really true either. I mean, it is true. I think the main point was, like, Matt and Jag are much more important than Mimi and Felicia. Like, if I got to choose, I would go with Mimi and Felicia. But, like, I need to be visibly much more loyal to one than the other. You know what I mean? This is the simple
true.
version of that, I guess.
Right.
the more I think about it, if me and America are able to get towards the end of the game with them, we probably have a much better chance of winning those competitions than if we were there with Matt and Jag, for example.
I swear to God, if in 3 weeks
Shape them together.
I feel like I'd be good at this comp, right? It's a puzzle. I'm the brain guy. Problem is, apparently I'm not very good at puzzles because I'm seeing all these pieces. I'm not seeing how they're going to fit together.
Top 5 worst DRs of all time? What the fuck am I waffling about?
It's comp, right? It's a puzzle. I'm the brain guy. Problem is, apparently I'm not very good at puzzles because I'm seeing all these pieces.
I'm seeing all the pieces of the puzzle, and I'm like, how are they gonna fit together?
I'm not seeing how they're gonna fit together.
I also look like I'm about to do like a one-man, you know, dramatic performance.
I see Matt almost done.
Insane.
Cameron almost done. Jag over there is almost done. It quickly becomes clear I'm probably not going to win this competition. Ideally, Matt and Jag just win this competition.
Thanks, Kayla.
And if they win, they'll keep me and America safe, and they'll have to be the ones to draw the line in the sand and nominate people.
I am curious what would have happened if Matt got one of these. I think I always, with Matt, had at least Cameron as a buffer. Matt was probably the biggest guy wanting Cameron out the whole time. But Matt obviously would have targeted me before Blue, so that was kind of the trade-off.
But the youngin was able to go back to the comic first.
So Cameron wins HOH.
I'm so funny.
For the 39th time. I have a good relationship with Cameron. Not going to be one of his targets. Should be smooth sailing for me this week.
Damn, these are the moments where I'm like, how the fuck did they get this? How did they get this out of me? I don't know how they got me to say that. As a fan of reality TV, you'd think that, like, no fucking way would I say that.
Y'all speculate about all the
Okay. This was a fun segment because I knew exactly what they were doing, and I leaned into it, and I think this was fun. I like this.
comps and the challenges in Survivor.
I'm a massive Survivor fan. Like, I watched every season since the beginning.
You know what's interesting? Now it's like, if you get to the final four, you should expect to make fire.
She's like my own personal Survivor Google.
You were on the T. Was the one who started that whole thing.
Wow, you know more about it than I do.
And the best part, it doesn't annoy her.
Give me a damn.
Supposed to know I was doing it wrong. It was
It's a good
just like,
segment.
It's kind of hard to imagine that she's the one theoretically teaching me how to kiss. I might not be, like, here, but I was never washing machine style.
everything.
Felicia is 100% my target this week. I've already nominated her before, and I just don't want her in the jury house. Do I believe that Felicia would give me her vote on finale night? Hell no. Mimi,
The absolute delusion of Cameron thinking about jury votes.
her best friend. I cannot have Mimi winning the power of veto and using it on Felicia. So
bro.
Mimi has to sit right next to her.
Last time Cameron was HOH, he got a little bit chaotic. I was nervous something unexpected would happen, but this time Cameron came through. He didn't go rogue, he made the easy nominations, and I can take a deep breath.
That she will sway the entire jury against me. So, pack your bags. Take it back to Georgia. Another one down.
Cameron nominates Felicia and Mimi, and I'm relieved. America and I are in a four-person alliance with Mimi and Felicia. But this four-person alliance is not nearly as real as my alliance with Matt, Jag, and America. So yeah, I'm not thrilled that my allies are on the block, but I'm really happy that my actual allies are not.
Yeah, I feel like this had to be prompted in one way or another, because it was never a possibility that Jag and Matt would be on the block. You know what I mean? Like, that was never a thought in anyone's head. We knew Cameron liked them. The thing was, like, is he going to pull some fuck shit move and it's going to be me? You know? And even that, like, I didn't think that was going to happen. But, like, it wasn't like, oh, phew, it's not Matt and Jag. I think this is the worst shirt I own. Can we talk about it? Is this the worst one? It makes me look so bad. Should I go put it on? Let me see if I have it. don't think I have in Nashville. Okay, so the light pink, I understand, like, it clashes with my skin tone, but I do think I look good in, like, the all pink. I like that pink hoodie. I like the pink bomber with the pink t-shirt and the pink shorts. I think that's a vibe. This shirt is horrible, though.
America really lives up to her name, and nothing gets her going like some good old American history. Our founding fathers, I think this is what they wanted. Reporting for duty. Winning.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Reporting for duty.
Out.
Why'd I believe her? I think this is my worst gameplay of the season. I think this has to be. I think this is the worst single, thing I did. And, like, I know why I did it. I can explain why I did it, but there's no excuse for this. This was really bad. And I think, like, the overconfidence with Cameron, like, Cameron pulled me in to the HOH room and was like, and I told him, like, hey, I don't want to take anything for granted because the season's crazy, but congrats on making Juryman. He goes, oh, dude, you too. You know you're good. And then that's when I started being like, okay, well, I feel so good. Like, it's not like I came to him and be like, dude, I feel so safe now that you're HOH. Like, that's not how that happened. But the blue stuff was stupid because this should have backfired.
Because, like, he's capable of it. And these comps down the line get more and more suited towards him, right? It's just, like, a mix of physical and mental. For sure.
Right now, I feel like if Blue wins HOH, there's a great chance I'll be nominated. So I'm telling Blue that I want to target Cameron next week. And honestly, it sounds a lot better than I want to target you, Blue, which is the truth.
It was so hard because, like, yeah, the move is target Matt and Jag, but then what? You know, like, I still have Blue to deal with. It's like, it's just hard. I think, honestly, the play is you have to backdoor one of them. You put up, like, Blue and Suri, and then try to get one backdoored, and if one of them wins the veto, try to convince them to use it and backdoor the other one. Like,
Like, we're pretty...
it's a tough spot.
Hello, where are you gonna sleep? I'll let you sleep.
The Felicia call out.
Second half of the game, Giesling, I think is underrated. There was a lot of bad play, but there was so much win equity there, too. Without those couple twists, I probably have a 27% chance of winning the game.
Was bad. It was weird. But what's way more concerning is that right before the veto meeting, I found out that Blue was trying to have me backdoored. And the only person who gave me any heads up, Cameron.
I wanted to tell you.
It's a good DR.
So Matt's explaining to me why he didn't tell me Blue was gunning after me.
This is one of my favorite DRs all season. This is the kind of DR that they would never show because, like, it actually shows what you're thinking as opposed to, oh, Cory's being overconfident and trusts Matt and Jag too much. I was so surprised watching this back that they let me say this.
Cameron.
I wanted to tell you.
To worry about is.
So Matt's explaining to me why he didn't tell me Blue was gunning after me. And it doesn't make that much sense. But I need Matt and Jag to know how much I trust them, even if I don't. Because the second they realize I'm lacking faith is the second I'll be in danger.
I think this is pretty obvious for me. Next week, I need to target Blue.
She needs to be next week's target.
100%.
Because I'm sure on the feeds, it was like, yo, what the fuck is Cory doing? He trusts Matt here?
Me and Jag, we've been
Want to keep someone in the house who just called me out in front
Underrated, one of the best DRs of the season.
of everybody. First of all, it'd be very funny. Second, obviously Mimi is a much stronger competitor than Felicia. And number three, there's a possibility we can make this a 5-2 vote where only Suri and Blue are voting out.
Okay. So I understand the 5-2 vote was ambitious and it was not a very good move, but imagine. Can we just imagine for a second that I made it a 5-2 vote? That's a crazy good move. I don't like that DR because I like it, but it doesn't show the actual reasons for voting out Mimi. Like, the competition stuff did matter because it was like she could win HOH, and to this day. Okay, but I'm gonna run a poll, and I want you guys not to be biased, which I know is hard because you're in my chat. I'm just curious what you guys think, because as time goes on, I feel more confident about my answer. Mimi wins Final 9 HOH. Who are the noms? Could be you and Jag. I just don't think that happens. You just pick one of the pairs. So about 3/4 of you think it would be Matt and Jag. Yeah, I think that's more likely. I think it's more likely that it would be Matt and Jag, but like it was so unclear, which put me on so much edge. And she was talking and having good convos with Jag that week, and the biggest problem by far, she was literally like a final 2 with Blue out of nowhere. And that wasn't fake. Like in her exit press, she talks about how she wanted to work with Blue moving forward. And I don't know if she like would listen to Blue's input in that way, but like I think there's a lot of ways that week doesn't work out. And you were only if the veto was used. Well, that doesn't work because they would have won the veto. like you put Matt and Jag off the block. You're fine, Cory, as long as Matt or Jag don't win the veto. It's like, bro. First of all, Bowie should be the replacement nom if you're trying to get rid of Matt or Jag. What the fuck? So that was the main reason, and that's not discussed here.
Out Felicia. Then there's the real benefit. If Matt and Jag leave Blue out of a vote, it is no longer Blue against Cory. It's Blue against the house.
I was so
it may sound crazy.
Determined to figure out this Blue situation. It was like my biggest problem. So this is weird. So this is right after Bowie wins Final 9 HOH, and I'm doing this whole thing. You guys don't get it. I'm so happy. I'm so relieved in this moment. And this is me celebrating. And then they call me into the DR, and they're like, how you doing, Cory? I saw you were upset. And I was like, no, I feel great. This is huge for me. And they're like, okay, can we get like a version where you're upset? I'm like, what? No, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Doesn't Matt stay versus Bowie? Matt probably does. It would really just come down to if Suri was smart enough to make the right move. Because me and America would try to save Bowie. Jag would try to save Matt. Blue would try to save Matt. And it would come down to Suri and Felicia. No, I was thrilled. Because we were just called out. Mimi called out me, America, and Bowie. So I felt great. And I understand I was at some risk this week. You could show me 29 live feed clips of Bowie saying I would have backdoored Cory, I would have nominated Cory, and I still wouldn't believe it. This was a huge win for me.
I'm not doing great.
This fit is fire, by the way. The all maroon with the white shoes.
Really stressed out. I just got called out for the second meeting in a row. And then I lose the HOH comp, which is like a memory quiz. That should be my thing. But Mimi did just throw me under the bus with Bowie. So maybe I can make something work this week.
Yeah.
Cam came back into the game last week, and he told me some really revealing information about Blue. But then I heard Matt's side of the story.
So why does he cutting for Blue Felicia?
It's kind of annoying because like that's the end of the DR, but I am curious the context.
Sorry. There are 2 people in this game actively targeting me.
Yo, how much do I wear this fucking Nantucket hoodie? I swear to God, it's every DR. It's just like, do I have the robe on as well?
Cameron and Blue. I need Bowie to nominate both of them. Make sure one goes home.
Again, ambitious? Sure. But this would have been great. Could we just, for a second, put ourselves in the world where she puts up Cam and Blue?
Blue and Cameron going up? Get one of the strong people out? That's good for all of us. I need Bowie to backdoor Cameron. If Cameron plays in one more HOH, he will win. He will nominate me. I might go home.
My nose is so dry.
I think it's clear, like, Cam's loyal to Cam.
I love Jag so much. Yeah, Bowie, I think it's clear that Cam is loyal to Cam. And there's we have to do something about that. Cam's not beating Jag in comics. There's no way Cam's beating Jag. Yeah, but I think at this point in the season, I would think Cam is better at comps in general than Jag, because Jag was terrible at mental stuff, like the quizzes and that. Like he was good at the half mental, half physical, but like the booth stuff, Cam was way better.
Isn't that dirty?
I think he was spot on.
I couldn't have said it better.
Otav's right.
Cameron is a major tool.
He's a good kisser now.
You came up with a song.
It's okay. It's okay.
A song.
That was brutal. Instead of getting one zing like all these other house guests, there was like 5 or 6. As a human, I'm destroyed.
What a weird way of
As a
phrasing it.
fan, this is like the best day of my life.
They really wanted me to say that. I hated that line. I was like actively being like, I don't want to say it. They're like, come on, like it's fine. I was just like, it's so cheesy. Like, I think what I wish I did, because I know I give a version of like, did any of y'all catch that? He like called me short and all that, and then he said he wants to kill me. He wants to throw me into the sea. Anyone catch that? And I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great segment.
You beat it. What do you do? First of all, I have to figure out what my position in the game is.
Dude, these are my favorite conversations in the house. The me and Cameron talking when Cameron's on the block after the back door. It's like, bro, what are we doing here? I'm like, he's like, yeah, but what's your plan for dealing with Matt and Jag? I'm like, honestly, it's going to be really hard. There's not much to do, but I'll try. And people are like, oh, Cory should have saved Cameron. I'm like, I think I actually explained it in a
The
DR.
votes Cam wants are me, America,
Yeah, here it is.
Felicia, and Blue. I don't know how the hell he plans on getting Felicia to vote out Suri. And then he thinks Blue is gonna flip on Matt and Jag. This is all assuming I'm willing to blow up my entire game. Look, I do not trust Matt and Jag unconditionally, but I certainly trust them more than Cameron. And if I try to flip this vote, I am burning those bridges.
That's
There's
a
nothing
big
to do here.
tease. Who's real target?
Everyone is so terrified of Matt and Jag that they're afraid to even say their name. So I have to approach this carefully. Make sure Suri's on the same page.
This was annoying. Like Cory, why you ratting out Felicia and Mimi? Why you too loyal? Like, Suri was the only person in the house you could talk to about this kind of thing and not get immediately blown up as a result. It was the only person you could talk to. And credit to Suri. Suri had no reason to rat me out. Maybe she would have in an effort to try to save Blue if she didn't win that veto. But she was the only one
It might
who
be
was
the
like,
small piece I need to level the playing field with Matt and Jag.
It's
Oh my god!
Not only can you make a move without anyone knowing, but you can also play an HOH next week. This week is really important. The days of throwing competitions is far behind me. I need to win. I need to win now.
Damn. Cutter, which we're not gonna do. So we're fine. Oh god. Like, we're not.
If you plan on moving forward with someone in this game, you have no reason not to share you're in the invisible HOH. We're gonna win HOH. We're gonna tell each other. We're all gonna sleep easy tonight.
I definitely would not have told anybody. I legitimately do not think I would have told America until after Noms, probably. That was the plan. That was this plan. Because I just didn't... I wanted America to act naturally, like, paranoid. But it would have been very see-through, because the only... It would be the same thing. I'd have to blame it on Blue somehow.
Here's the thing.
Myself as a threat in this game, which is
I was
really dangerous.
soaring
with
up
this new
that ladder.
twist. The invisible HOH can target me without getting the blood on their hands that a normal HOH would. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure I don't screw this up. 16 comics is a lot. You need to break that up.
DRs.
My first zip line, I find out which 3 house guests are the first 3 comics. Then I lay them all out on the laptop and then determine what the difference is between each comic.
Nightmerica is amazing. I have a big thing for vampires and for America, so it kind of works out. So I noticed Nightmerica has a different
Do you think
color
you could have
pendant.
kept it a secret when you got to play Path to Power? We knew on feeds you were feeling yourself. Yeah, I don't know how, but like there'd always be doubt at least. I think the big problem is like when I'm not invisible HOH, you could see and feel the anxiety, and maybe that wouldn't have been there. But also, people didn't know I played in Path to Power. I was one of the people floating around. But the only person who I told was America, and no one knew until I told Jag and Matt, and then they told Suri. And that was like weeks later. So like, you know, people might have suspected it, but they were suspecting me anyways, even though I wasn't the invisible HOH, so.
One is green, one is red. Riley is the Nash villain. And
Who would I
there's
put
one...
up at this point? I think it would have been Matt and Jag. You don't know ever. There is a good chance it would have been Blue and Felicia. It depends. Like, I forget. I think Noms happened before. So we knew there was going to be a superpower attached to the veto. And I figured it was going to be 2 vetoes, which made it really scary to put up Matt and Jag, because they both could have saved themselves very easily. So I think the play was Blue Felicia and then backdoor, whichever one that I'm allowed to backdoor, whichever one I can. But in retrospect, that would have been impossible, because Jag wins that first veto, so like, I would have taken Blue off, put on Matt, and then Jag would have used the veto to take off Matt. It would have been a disaster. Like, I don't think people think about that. Like, if America wins comics, puts up Matt and Jag and Blue win the veto, I think everyone is safe. I think Blue uses it on Matt and Jag uses it on Jag, and we're cooked. I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? It's like we, even if we win the final 8 HOH, I think we get out Felicia. We get out Felicia and we burn Matt and Jag. Would it be Suri, Felicia, final noms? I'm not putting up Bowie. So you can beat Jag and Demented Dentist. Okay, let's play it out. We get rid of Felicia at the final 8. I win Demented Dentist. I put up Jag and Matt. Jag wins the veto. Then I put up Blue, and Matt has the votes. Well, shit. I just got out Felicia and Blue back-to-back weeks. No, what you have to do is, after Jag wins the veto, you have to put up Suri. That's the only play. You put up Suri, and then Matt goes instead of Suri. That would have been the only way. But there's just so many
One storefront
problems.
that is broken, and one that is not. Then it comes time for the Muffin Man. One of his hands has a ton of tiny muffins. That's what I'm looking for. If I pocket 3 correctly, I could get a pretty good time. Kirsten's is annoying. The
My TRs
problem
get
is
so
I
much
can't
better later in
find
the
the
season.
difference. Obviously, it's the hat. I just wish her hat was a little less subtle.
Fucking subtle.
So I'm down to the final 3 comics, and it's strange. Because while all the other comics are illustrations, Mimi's is just a photo of her leaving the house screaming at me.
Y'all know Cory American Bowie out of the Lions. So let him run out with his money.
Maybe screaming was a bit much. I don't know if that qualifies.
I'm incorrect. I look at all the comics.
Me buzzing in here was probably at like 9 minutes and 45 seconds. I probably already lose to Jag by a minute. Because I fixed this very quickly.
Actually, I have no idea which eye is correct for Suri. So I run back to swap
This is, okay, not to toot my own horn, this is the most speech and debate shit ever. The me trying to pretend like I'm just realizing this now, even though obviously I already realized this before because this is a DR.
I'm incorrect.
Actually,
I look at all the comics and I think... Actually, I have no idea which eye is correct
it's
for
so
Suri.
good.
So I run back to swap the comics to see if I'm right. Reasonable time. It is
It's the 5th best BB Comics time ever. Would have won the BB 26 Comics. Fuck.
incredibly important. I pull this thing out to secure my and America's safety. I cannot be the next one sent to jury.
I've seen worse.
I need to secure my spot in this house. You know?
Any takers?
Woo!
Everyone's in the living room, you know, being quiet, not owning up to their time. I'm extremely worried because I have a reputation in this house. I'm a bit of a schemer. I keep some secrets. I think people might be suspicious I won this competition.
Woo woo! Low key, there's a bit of a winner's edit here. They're really telling my whole story.
Woo! Congratulations!
And this week they turn on me because I'm getting evicted. But there's definitely a path.
But Blue is really by herself, right?
Quinnifer, what's up?
And she needs people to work with.
Blue has been gunning for me for weeks, and if she's the invisible HOH, I'm in a lot of trouble.
What scares me is
Quinn, how many DRs did you have? I think you had a couple more than me. Bullshit. What's up, Quinions? I heard Quinn was doing a podcast with JC about minions. This is exciting. What's your cruise idea? What's up, McCore? Thanks for the prime. He had 175. Okay. Not too bad. It's respectable. Anytime you get a power that ups your DR count. Yeah, he also had a legit HOH. And was on the block a couple more times. No, we were on the block the same amount of times, I guess.
Oh,
I felt so good when Jack told us.
bro, you had me believing it was Felicia. Like,
bro.
Last night, Jag was pushing hard the idea that Blue won the HOH.
Matching outfits with Jag and Jazz and maybe Kaser. How is this an idea? Speak to it. We can get Brendan through. Brendan through Riley. Whoa! Drama.
Apparently, this morning he's had a change of heart. In fact, Jag won the competition. Like, he kept me in the dark for like 12 hours. I was lying. He's had a...
This is one of my favorite DRs ever, dude. It's so genuine. Because there's DR after this of America being super excited, which I understand. Like, the fact that Jag told us obviously implies we're not going to be nominated. We should be okay. But I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, we're cooked.
Change of heart. In fact, Jag won the competition. Like, he kept me in the dark for like 12 hours. I was lying.
A lying
liar.
asshole, I think. Fucking
bro,
liar,
I lasagna.
Enjoy.
Felicia's not wrong. With the invisible HOH, this was Jag's moment to put up me in America, get me out of this house. Instead, I'm
pretty desensitized. It doesn't feel like it's me.
Be here next week, and if I win HOH, he's gonna be on the block next to Matt. It's gonna be really cool. I can't wait.
See, like, obviously, it's a big bozo edit, but I prefer this to me being loyal to them, like blindly loyal, you know? Like at least I was on it. Like, I appreciate them showing this, because the truth is I was waffling a lot more than the show implies. Like, the show was like, oh, Cory clearly would have put him up, and I would have at this point, the final 7. But, like, there was a lot more waffling on my end.
Oh.
Jag and Blue are warriors. They have no intention of dropping from this rope, and I'm just hoping Jag can hold on. If Jag wins this veto, I should be safe for the week. But if Blue wins, we might have some problems.
Yeah, the logic was if Blue and Felicia win, we're cooked. Or Blue and Cory.
Oh my god. Doing a dead hang is no joke. I've tried it before, and the longest that I could go was like a minute. I
Why
know
are we
that Jag is
giving a
strong,
Blue
but he
DR?
has to be exhausted.
Did Blue just
So
smoke
I'm
me?
gonna
Did
guess
she
that
win?
he's gonna hang on just shy of 2 minutes.
Now that Jag won the first veto, I should be safe for the week. The importance of this second veto is keeping Blue on the block. She has to go this week.
We're
We
fighting
can't
for
let
yes.
her win.
It is
When I'm
correct,
making
yeah.
my guess, I have to remember, Jag just finished a 2-hour-long endurance competition. However long he could normally hold on to this bar, it's going to be less than that.
You don't say.
I don't know how long Jack.
Yeah.
Suri did not throw that competition. There's no... Okay, first of all, if she did throw it, she's insane. Why would she throw that comp? So dumb. Anyways, she didn't throw that comp. Even in that DR that she just did, she's like, you know, I don't want to win this competition. I mean, I don't know how long, you know, someone could realistically dead hang, but the good thing is I don't even want to win. She did not throw it. She put 600, and it was a ridiculous guess. Will this all be muted in the VOD? Not sure. I don't think so.
With Blue coming off the block, this gives Jag a great opportunity to backdoor me. And he really should. The problem is he's kind of pot committed to me. He already told me he's the invisible HOH. So, Suri should be the replacement, Felicia will go home, and that's fine.
Well,
This was honestly my thought. I was like, now that he already told me, I feel a lot better.
So Blue's
And then
coming
the
off
back,
the block,
it's
and that
from
means
the
a replacement nominee will be named. Jag should put me up. This is a great opportunity to get
Sure,
me
Jake,
out of the
I mean-
house. He'd be in a great position. I don't think he's going to do that, though. I think he's going to stick to the plan. I think Felicia's going to go home. We'll all move forward as a big, happy family. Sit there and be that upset.
So that timeline just had to move up. Sorry, Cory in America, but the watch ticks for thee.
That could be a top 5 DR. Sorry, Cory in America. The watch ticks for thee. Bro.
I cannot sit there and be that.
I love these DRs on my eviction. I think they're very vulnerable and genuine and authentic.
Said it, Jag.
There's the stunt.
I would have nominated him and Matt next week, so I understand. I've been preparing for the possibility of having to campaign against America, but I care about her and I also care about the game. So I'm going to try to stay this week.
Tier list Jags DRs next time? Fuck off.
It's certainly frustrating that I think I'm on the block because of conversations America's had with Blue without me knowing. That sucks. But there's no reason to dwell on it. America can go on a Scorch Earth campaign. I actually fully respect it, and I'd love to watch. But what I need to do is be fun and make jokes and have all of this stuff roll off my back. I'm not trying to just survive this vote. I'm trying to win the game.
They do an awesome job editing my campaign. I think they really make it seem more likely than it is.
I just don't want you to roll over.
I need...
Hey,
How are you doing?
I'm alright. How about
Oh, Blue must have fucking loved this. The me having a campaign to her.
you?
Doing alright.
Let us see the literally F off. I think if someone subs, they get to see it.
There are 5 votes in this house. I need 3 of them to stay. Blue and I do not have much common ground. But we do have a common enemy.
I should have been like, Blue, you really think it'd be good if America beats you? Like, aren't you the it girl of BB25? Does she even deserve to be here?
She was just nominated by Jag, and she was the target. If we can band together on this anti-Jag crusade, I might just stand a chance.
Did you think?
I feel...
Oh, God, I'll never forgive Felicia for this. What was Felicia doing this week? I think this is one of the top 5 worst weeks of gameplay from anyone this season. I think Felicia this week, it's just inexcusable. Like, there's no logic to any of it. I mean, like, Cameron has some worse weeks. Jared has some worse weeks. But Jesus Christ.
pretty confident that I have Blue's vote. Now I've got to pull in Suri.
Like, I understand the idea that, like, she didn't get it, but, like, I was explaining it to her and Suri was explaining it to her. Like, she had the resources to get it.
Felicia.
Basically, here's the pitch. My big enemy right now is Matt and Shag. I want to draw the line, not just between me and them, but between me and them for everyone else. Next week, if I win, Matt and Jag are up, one of them goes home.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, I think, in a world where I'm still here.
I'm not confident my pitches are resonating.
My posthumous DR.
So I think it's time to start just throwing stuff at the wall. I'm going to start lying to Bowie, try to make her paranoid about Matt and Jag. Maybe it's enough to save me.
So they had me do this DR on the day of my eviction, which is like they never do DRs that day. I was like, interesting. So I guess they started doing the next episode already. And they were like, oh, who the fuck is going to explain this? Like, how are we going to get this idea?
I guess the only thing
There you go. It's all my DRs. I think my least favorite... I think it's my puzzle one.
I'm just glad the alien was able to go back. I'm probably on the brain with Matt and Jag, for example.
I swear to God, if in 3 weeks.
Shape them together.
You forgot your jury DRs? It's
I
okay.
feel like I'd be good at this comp, right? It's a puzzle. I'm the brain guy. Problem is, apparently I'm not very good at puzzles because I'm seeing all these pieces. I'm not seeing how they're going to fit together.
That's one of the worst DRs. And then I think my favorite DR.
Right now, I'm not. And
Try to with.
This is my favorite.
yes, I'm certain of it, Jared. Jared is strong in his convictions to the point of stupidity. He gets an idea in his head, and any evidence that pushes back against that idea might as well be thrown away. I need Jared to be a much better Final 2 ally. Because right now, I'm not certain we can get to the Final 2 without one of us killing the other.
It's my favorite. That's fun though. I think I like my DRs. I don't know how many people have better DRs in recent seasons. They're a little bit like they're not monotone at all, but they're a little bit one note. Like I have my delivery style. I think they could be more authentic. I think that's fair, but like it's not like I'm being scripted. I'm just kind of like delivering it with some oomph. Can we vote on our faves though? No. Fuck off. No, I'm lazy. Hard to compete with big dogs eat. Yeah, I don't have that range. I'll tell you that much. So that'll do it. Fun stream. I've just been kind of drained being online. Like I feel like everything's being hyper analyzed, and it's just like it's not as fun to just like be online in the same way it was before, and I don't think that's gonna change for a little bit. But usually once I go live, I feel good. I feel fine. It's just like I'm always dreading it, and then I'm here, and I'm like, oh, this is fine. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm not doing bad or anything. Set the live feed update. But that's it. I'm chilling. I'm going to get offline. Is there any of the homies to raid? How are the vibes? Vibes are fine. Vibes are fine. Dwight? Absolutely. Alright, tell Dwight hello. My guy. King. Appreciate you guys. Not sure next time I'll stream. Probably like 2 days from now or something. We'll see.